We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away. Oh, and you don't have to be afraid. I will hold you till the sun comes crashing down. I'm yours until the end of time.
Welcome everyone. Who's ready for tonight? Because I know I'm ready for tonight. I don't know if you guys are. Because we're gonna have some fun tonight. Oh man, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Because good news, everyone. The new filter is here. I'm going to share it out to everyone to let everyone know that we are ready and rocking. It's go time, everyone.
Say my name, stay with me till the stars fade away and your scars don't. Say my name, stay with me till the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Your scars don't hurt.
So get ready. Here we go. We all ready to go? We're just waiting for people to come on in. Just sending out my usual send outs for letting people know we are imaging tonight. Alright, so I sent it out to everyone. Now we just need to get the field flattener to work, and oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so who is ready for tonight? Let's get it going. Alright, so we now officially have filters on both cameras now. Whoop. So we have a filter, HF filter on the camera on the right. And now, officially, we have an HF filter on the camera on the left. So everyone, let me introduce to you the 7 nanometer Sobani hydrogen alpha filter. So we are taking this at, here's the crazy part, we have the gain at 20. Okay, so the gain is all the way cranked to 20. We are taking a 5-minute exposure. Is it 5? Yeah, 5-minute exposure. So we don't even touch the surface of the exposure time that we can do. So 5-minute exposure on the left. On the right, we're taking a 7-minute exposure. Okay. 420. Okay. Watch this. We're gonna adjust the image. So now the camera, the one on the left, you're like, I don't really see much. I mean, come on. It's just the image. Look at that detail. Oh! Wow. That's just insanity. I'm sorry. That shouldn't even be allowed for astronomy. That's just insanity. And then, of course, naturally, if you look at the one, I just pulled up the. And by the way, I have a mouse now too, so now I can actually get this centered here. So, Genghis Khan, you want to know what the new filter is? The new filter is the wonderful handy-dandy hydrogen alpha filter on the camera on the left. You are now officially witnessing all the wonderful hydrogen alpha emission all throughout the image on the camera on the left. Again, these are just single 5-minute exposures. And now what we'll do is we'll save these. And of course, that one that you see there, that is the Deep Sky Stacker, the DSS, that's one image. And I'm saving 2 more to them right now. So here, we'll zoom it out here. Yes, red is for hydrogen alpha. So what this is whole part of the sky is all rich in hydrogen alpha. And is like a hidden gem if you don't have the right filter. There you go. That is just insanity. And just look at that. Wow. This is just 3 images. And you get the entire nebula. Look at this. All the way around. And now you're starting to get all the little detail. All the little things around the outside edges. All the way down over and around here. When I actually physically get this all set up and ready to go, this is going to be ridiculous. Not to take it away from what this image looks like too, but still. I am just absolutely amazed at what this can do. I mean, it just changes the ball game of what I can do with the hydrogen alpha images. Here comes number 4. Alright, it's loading. And now it's stacking the 4th image right now. Exactly. I mean, we have taken the next step in our imaging. I mean, we all saw what we got for the crescent just a couple nights ago, okay? And what tonight brings, which is just incredible. And hello, Joanne. Joanne, so by you coming in, I just want to let you know we have a new filter. The hydrogen alpha filter came in for the camera on the left, and this is just a single 5-minute image, untouched, okay? Now I can actually use the curves and bring out the detail. There you go. So now you can see all the detail and the hydrogen alpha all throughout here, the emission gas. When we were taking this just a mere couple nights, last few nights, this was invisible. You couldn't see any of this. This was all gone. And then you would see this, but you would only see the bright edges of here. Now, if I were to take this and to zoom this in at 100%, okay? Now, focus is not 100% on this, but still, it was one of those things that I wanted to test this out, and then I was like a kid in Christmas, you know, getting something and unwrapping a gift. And once I saw this, I was like so excited. There you go. You can even see it, it's actually closed. Look at that. You can actually see that the nebula is actually closed on this, and the bright part you'll see just on most telescopes, but with this one, you can really see it. It's just, guys, it's mind-boggling. I mean, look at the difference between the camera on the right and the camera on the left. But like I said, it doesn't take anything away from the camera on the right. It's still a phenomenal image. I mean, we're taking an 8-minute image on the camera on the right. But we're just absolutely blowing this out the door. And we'll make this smaller. There we go, so you can see the nebula on the top of that. And so far we've taken 4 images for the camera on the left. I mean, that's 20 minutes of exposure time. And here, I'm gonna zoom it in. Okay? You're getting the intricate, look at this. Inside it, it's like, it's so intricate in here. And the more I take, the more this is going to stand out. I mean, yeah, I want to, whoops, no, I don't want to do that. By the way, I have a mouse now too, so now I can do this lightning quick. There you go. Now we're just having way too much fun. Alright, here we're going to stack number 5. So this will be minute number 25. That is phenomenal. I mean, naturally, we're taking this to the next step. To change the Exactly, Troy. And you want to know what? When we're having lots of fun like this, when you're getting something like this, the fun just doesn't stop. Yeah, I gotta change. Actually, you want to know what? It's not the luminance filter anymore. I gotta change that here. There we go. I changed that. So it's Sobani H alpha filter. Now, Rob, we got the and Troy, we got the new filter in. So I'm gonna reiterate a couple of times, but with this new filter, we're now finding a hidden gem of hydrogen alpha emission. Okay, so now you can actually see the background, and then by stacking this one on top of the other, that's the actual crescent that you're getting right there, which is incredible. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, granted, what we can do is we can up the exposure just a little bit more, too, on top of that, but still, on top, it's just incredible. And we're going to move to a couple objects here. We literally just cleared the roof within the last 10-15 minutes. Next image is done. Alright, so we're saving that. What I'll do is I can zoom out. Now, the top left is where, if you, well, I don't know if you can really see it on the, let me see. Yeah, the top left of it is where the shed, the roof of the shed was. It was when it was moving out. So what I could do is I could zoom it in here. There we go. But what's so cool is here, we'll see if we can go to the right here. There we go. That's much better. And then you can actually see the detail right here going all the way up and then like there's a pocket right in here, and that's where it sits right here. Just absolutely incredible. I know I'm going to be saying this for the rest of the night, and it's probably going to become the new norm, but still. Hello there, Bobby. Welcome. And we'll move. What we're going to do is we're going to move to a couple of more objects with this. I'm just blown away. Now we just got, as I said before, we just got to get the field flattener to get this set up so I can use the entire image and not have to crop out the edges. Once we get that set up and ready to go, then we will be rolling. Now, the filter that we used before was just a luminance filter, so there was no hydrogen alpha filter used before. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to pull up an image that we took before, okay, and we're going to do a comparison. So I'm going to show everyone, okay. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to pull this up. I gotta find it. Oh, I know where it is. Here we go. Here, we're gonna load this one image here, okay? Okay, so this here was the one image that we took in luminance, okay? Alright, so this is a luminance filter. So we took this on June 16th, so this was just a mere 4 days ago. Okay. So there's the crescent right here, okay? But there's no popping, there's no detail, there's really nothing. So we're gonna hit that, okay? So that's what that is. And then this is the new one. I mean, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. We're gonna batch save this, so that's gonna be good there. So now what it's gonna do is it's gonna stack the next image here. All right. And by the way, like I said before, we have a mouse. So now I can zoom in and out if I have to. So the next image is stacking right now. Perfect. There we go. So now the nebula is going to start coming out just a little bit more. You're going to start getting more bands all the way through here. And then, of course, naturally, when I zoom this in, you're going to get lines on here, but that's okay. I'm not really worried about the lines. I just wanted to show the detail and how intricate this is inside the actual crescent. Which is just... it just doesn't get any better than that. And as this is going to get higher and higher and higher, you're going to get more and more detail. So, just the hydrogen alpha, like, it's more rich towards the top right, and we're going to move the camera very, very, very shortly, and we're going to get the North American Nebula in this, and I can't wait. Then we're going to try the elephant trunk. We're going to try that, and then watch the detail pop out. You have no idea how excited I am right now. Like, as an astronomer, I've been doing this for about 8 years. And now finally starting to see it finally pay off is just incredible. So, huge thanks to Sobani, because they were the ones that gave us the filter, and I will be writing a review on that because it is a great pairing for this camera. The camera that I'm using is the Meade DSi 4, so it's the Deep Sky Imager. It's the monochromatic camera, and it just pairs so nicely between the two. Now, the reason why we're not getting much detail on the camera on the right is because it's a colored camera with a hydrogen alpha filter. Again, not to say that we can't get nebulosity on this. We will, but we won't get the dust lanes, the background. We won't get any of that. This camera will. And when we stack this, that's where it's going to be just amazing. Yeah, again, this is just a 5-minute exposure, and we have stacked 8 of them. So 40 minutes, and it just is getting better and better and better. So what we're going to do now is, let's see, where are we on time? Alright, 7 seconds, and then we're going to get another one. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so now that one's done. So now we're going to stop the image. So we've taken 8 really good ones. So very, very awesome. Best way to celebrate a Father's Day. Exactly. Exactly. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll stop the next one here. We'll stop that at 50 seconds, and then we're going to move to the next object, which is super awesome. Okay. Wait till 50%. Right now it's at 43%. Alright, 4%. We will stop the camera. Which now we can get those objects that were really tough, like the Flying Bat Nebula, which we thought we wouldn't be able to get before. Now we can. Now we're going to start getting detail. So, we have just opened up an even more broader of a horizon, which is phenomenal. So now, what we will do, of course, naturally we're going to use this camera here, the camera on the right, to find it, because getting stars is going to be a lot tougher with the hydrogen alpha filter on the camera on the left, but that's okay, because we'll still be able to get objects. Alright, so now, so here's my next question. We have two objects. Which one should we go to next? North American Nebula or Elephant Trunk? I'll wait for everyone's answer. We're gonna get them both anyways, whether we get one or the other. I just want to see which one everyone wants to see next, because I want your opinion, because you guys are the ones that are watching, so I want to see which ones is the best for you guys. Shh. So either NGC 7000 or IC 1318. Or 1396, I'm sorry. 1396, I wasn't thinking straight. We're going to stop the guider. Okay. Just moving the... There we go. Should we get the North American Nebula next, since it's a hop, skip, and a jump away? I think we will. Alright, North American Nebula it is. Alright then. So let's see. Now we gotta figure out where we are in the sky, make sure we get this all set up and ready to go.
Kill me.
think we're right where we need to be. I think we're right where we need to be. Alright, so now I gotta do all sky plate solver. Okay, now it's gonna plate solve it. See where we are in the sky, make sure we're good to go. There should be a super bright star in that area. Let's see where we are in the sky here. So it's just doing its wonderful plate solving. Nope, they found it. Oh, didn't move at all, so we're right on top of it. Fantastic! So we're right where we need to be. Awesome sauce. All right. Perfect, so it's going to get that whole section in that, so that's great. But my question is where is it going to be on this camera? Let's see. Needs to go up. All right. I'm just moving the camera to get it centered. That should be perfect right there. Right there. That should do it. Excellent. I want to try to get this on both cameras, especially with this camera. I want to make sure we get this dead on. Alright, let's see where it is on the sky. For the QHY, the one that's on the right. Perfect. That is fantastic. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going to start taking more images here. So get ready, everyone. Here we go. We're still going to keep the same exposure time of 8 minutes and 5 minutes. Still keeping the same. Probably could lower down the gain too, so that way it'll be more of a crisp image. I think that's what I'll do on the next image here. So I will lower the gain and increase the exposure, so this way it'll be more of a smooth image. We'll try that. Wow, and guiding is like super, super, super amazing right now, so we should be in great shape here. So get ready, everyone. Get ready to have your minds blown. We got 2 minutes left. Got 45 seconds left. There we go. Oh, oh my. Wow. My God. That's sickening. How does that look on the stream? Because, I mean, it may look different on, you know, your screen compared to mine. But I'm looking at that and I'm blown away. Well, Bobby, the problem is with this in color is this is just one band. This is the hydrogen alpha band. If I were to mix this with the luminance red, green, and blue, you won't get any of this detail. It'll be just like stars. So that's the problem with that. Now, the next step that I can take is what's called the Hubble palette, which is hydrogen alpha, oxygen 3, and sulfur 2. So that's the next step. And you would get that same amount of detail, which is what I want. Yeah, I mean, exactly. No, I'm saying it as in like, how is the quality? That's what I mean by value. I mean, how is the quality of this? Because I know that when somebody streams, the quality of it gets deteriorated. I mean, that's why I'm on 1080p. So that's why I want to make sure that the quality of this is pristine. And again, that's a 5-minute exposure. what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the exposure again. So let's see here. Let's go to here. In 45 seconds, we're gonna increase the exposure. We're gonna tweak it just a little bit more. We're gonna go to 7 minutes on the left, and we're gonna try to really bust this out. So in 30 seconds. Alright, so 13 seconds. That's awesome. Yeah, and it's upside down. I mean, I could flip this if I really wanted to. Alright, so the next one is done. We're going to hit stop. And then we're going to go to 7 minutes. And go. Well, what he means by the North America Nebula, you could follow this along. Like, this is the Great Lakes region right here. Okay, this is like Maine up at the top. Then this is like the eastern coast, which is here. And then Florida would be down here. And then you'd have Texas and the Gulf Coast over here. This is like the Plain States. So this is like the Midwest. So this is like where Joanne would live and Troy would live, all in this area here. I would be up here in the Great Lakes region, right here. And then down at the bottom, all the way down at the bottom is where Omo lives. Not down below, but I mean by like where Seattle is, which is down on the other side. This is a big object, so I'd have to move the mount down in order to get this to stitch it together, but just absolutely incredible how far this is. I mean, I'm just blown away. So now we're taking a 7-minute exposure. So we're going to change that on here. So, Mole's favorite exposure, 7 minutes, which means it's 420. Where's Morgan City, Louisiana? Well, that would be, if it would be in comparison, it would be like right here. Right where the mouse is, right where I'm circling. Because Louisiana is, you know, we're having a geography lesson here. Geography, people. Astronomy and geography. Louisiana would be right in here. Now, of course, Texas would bring it down here, but there's none of that. They just did it just based off of the way that the Great Lakes looks like and almost looks like it, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And what I could do is I can scroll this down and then do the curves. There you go. I mean, that's just... I'm blown away. It's gonna make me want to invest in a sulfur 2 and also an oxygen 3. I can only take that as one way. A methane filter? Oh boy, I can only imagine what you're talking about. They do make different filters, though. That I do know. But a methane? Thank you, Rob. Thank you. And I really appreciate that. And this is just the beginning of what we're going to get here. This is just the beginning. Because now we can do mosaics. We can get... I'm going to be thinking about this like all night now. It's just incredible. Okay, what we'll do is we'll zoom in on what's called the wall. Okay? Right here. This is what's called the wall, which is like one of the most richest parts of the North American Nebula. We're going to zoom out just a little bit here. Right there. Yeah, there is actually a lot of noise in this image. We'll have to take the... Yeah, we're going to have to take the gain down on it. Wow, okay. Alright, that's what we'll do. I'm glad that I saw that. Alright, so the next image will stop it. And then... we will change the gain down on it. Alright, so 20 seconds... We'll see what the 7-minute image looks like here. We're still going to keep these images. They're still pretty darn awesome. But looking at this, with the gain set to 20, there's a lot of noise in the image. So we're going to change that. That is done. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so then we'll stop it here. We'll take the gain down to about 15. We'll crank the image up to 8 minutes. Next we'll go down to 12. No, we'll keep it at... We'll do 14. There we go. Again, this is all trial and error. Once we figure this out, then we'll be golden. Whew! Look at that! The detail on this one. Wow! Yeah, they call it the wall. That's this thing right here. Whew, that's incredible. Yeah, we gotta zoom in on that. We have to zoom in on this. Right here. That's incredible. Yeah, once we take down the gain, that'll go away. And it'll be a nice, crisp, smooth image. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to lower down the gain and see what we get here. Yeah, so what I'll do, you can actually start to see this right here going all the way through, and then some here right here too. Yeah, much better on this one. Not to say that the other one is still not pretty good. It is. I mean, you're getting the Great Lakes region, which is right here. You know, it's coming around this way here. I mean, it's still pretty good for it being an 8-minute image on this, and then I'll extract the red, and you'll still be able to see some of the detail in the camera on the right, but it has nothing on the camera on the left. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, Joanne's here. She was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here or not. The veil. That would be a really good one. Especially with the Western veil. I think it would look really cool with the Western. Yeah, if you were to get a filter for your ZWO, this narrowband filter is by far, this one takes the cake. Like, Oh, see, Joanne's still here. Welcome back, Joanne. I'm looking at one of the amateur astrophotographers who takes these images, and this will take the cake. Yeah, M29 would be really fun to do too. So there's so many different objects we can try now. It's just the things we can do, guys. The things we can do. The fun. Let's see where we are for the time. We got about 2.5 minutes to go. What it does is I have a filter wheel. So I use the filter wheel. It's an 1.25 inch filter wheel, and it just goes right, screws right in. So there's about, I'd say, 14 millimeters, 15 millimeters between the sensor and the filter. With it being an 1.25 inch, you don't want to go too far out. The closer the better, because when the sensor itself is 4/3 of an inch, so that means you don't have much room, if anything. The further you go, the more chromatic aberration you're going to get on the edges. You're going to get the black circles around it, and it's going to just look like junk. Now, if you had a 2-inch filter, that's a different story. Like on the camera on the right, I have a space. I can, space it out 30, 40, 60 millimeters out, and it won't make a difference because the filter is wider than the sensor. If you're using a DSLR camera, they have what's called clip-on filters or clip-in filters that are actually made for Canon or Nikon, that you can actually clip it right in. And then you could still put a lens, or you could still snap it into the telescope. I have a CLS filter, which is a light pollution filter that I can clip right into the actual camera. So that would work out better if you had the Canon camera. I don't know what camera you have, Chris, or Astro Live channel. If it's a Canon, if it's a Rebel, if it's an XTI series. They make so many different cameras. They have the 300, the 1000, the T3i, T34, T36, T6i. There's just so many of them. Then they have what's called the full frame cameras. Those are super expensive. But I have a Canon 1000D, which is a Rebel XTI. It's a modified camera, so that means I can use it to get nebulas just like this. Now, will it be anywhere close to this? No. Not even close. This is like in another ball game. In another friggin' stadium. Alright, the 8-minute image is done. Alright, let's take a look and see what this looks like. And I lowered the gain down by 6. Okay, let me see. Let me zoom in here. There's still quite a bit of gain. So let me stop the image, take the gain down to 5. And take another image. So we're just testing things out. So I want to test this out to see what we get. And then once we know what's the best setting for this camera, we're going to leave it. And we're never going to touch it. We're going to touch it only when we absolutely have to. Yeah, there's still a lot of noise. It's pretty cool with clipping instead of taking it apart. Okay, so you have the T21. Doesn't matter. The 1000D that I have, that's about a decade old too. When did that one come out? Let me take a look and see. Let me see. Yeah. The camera that I have came out in August of 08. So it's about 11 years old. So it's literally about the same. But it works perfectly fine, and I have no problems with it at all. Yeah, there's still a lot of noise, but what I'm going to do is lower the gain down to 5, and then we'll see what we get. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I got mine off of Cloudy Nights, which actually it wasn't bad at all. I was quite impressed, and it was already modified, so I was pretty impressed with it. And I've gotten North American Nebula with this one. I mean, I've had it for God, I've had it for about 5 years, 4 years. I don't really use it much. I will later this summer when I get a lens for it. When I get a better lens, I'll be using wide field shots with it. Well, eventually. What we will do next is we will save these into a folder, and then we're going to pull up Deep Sky Stacker again. I'm going to open up a window. It is hot in here. Whew. I'm just waiting for it to hit midnight so that way I can change all the files to one folder. So then when we pull up Deep Sky Stacker, it'll go right to it and we won't have any problems. So how's everyone doing out there tonight? On a wonderful Sunday evening. Hopefully, if anyone's out there that is a father, happy Father's Day out to everyone. Hopefully your day went well. I know my day was phenomenal. I had so much fun. No problem at all. He has to be right back. Let me check and see what we were at for exposure time. We got about 2.5 minutes left on the one on the left. Kind of intrigued to see what this will look like with the gain being down to 3. Thank you, Joanne. Exactly, even though we got 2 minutes left and then it's Monday, and it's gonna be one of those days you're gonna be dragging your feet the next day. But that's okay. Yeah, so far so good. I don't know from what the clear sky chart says. Midnight is when they're supposed to start coming through, so they very well could be coming in within the next 15 to 20 minutes. So that's why I'm trying to take as many images as I possibly can, because they might be coming in soon. So that's why I'm trying to get whatever we got. Take off my shoes. Ow. There we go. So we'll see what happens. Once we start losing the guider, then we'll know that the clouds are coming through. But for right now, everything seems to be pretty clear. So we'll see. I'm just intrigued to see what this next image is going to look like in 2 seconds here. Very, very intrigued here. It looks darker, but that's okay. because I can still adjust the curves based off of that. Oh yeah, I can still adjust the curves. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So I think that's what we'll do, is that we will keep the gain all the way down. I want to see what it looks like close up. We'll go to 100%. Go to curves. Huh. There's still quite a bit, quite a bit of noise still. That's taking the histogram, and that's blowing that way out.
Tonight I'll reach out and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming.
Oh, they're shooting off fireworks. I'm still learning this here to see exactly what we can get here, but that's still pretty darn cool. What if I do that? Well, now that's interesting. I could change the red filter to make it red. Now, isn't that interesting? Huh. Let me reset it. Hang on. So give me a second here. Yeah, Boom's here too, exactly. Yeah, they're shooting off a whole bunch of stuff out there. So I'm just learning this here real quick. if I go to the red filter, it's really not doing much. What if I go to the green one? What about the blue one? Ha! What if you change the blue one and the green one down? Whoa. Wow, that's crazy. we're playing with the histogram here. But it's pretty sweet, though. So we're having a little bit of fun here. As we're just learning and figuring this all out. And you can tell that there's a lot of noise in this one, but there's less noise in this one, less in this one, and then there's virtually no noise in this one. So I think having 3... We're thinking, everyone. We're thinking. But now what we can do is, now we can save them. So we'll do a batch save. So NGC 7000. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to save the 5 images that we took. Okay. And now, we can change the folder to 22. So welcome to June 22nd now. And stack. Here we go. So now we're going to stack these. And we're going to see what we get. I can't make any guarantees, but we'll see. Alright, so now the first image is done. That's crazy. Wow, that's just nuts. Looks like the whole head, not just the trunk. Well, we haven't gotten to the elephant trunk yet. This is still North American Nebula. This is 5 images. That's pretty crazy. There we go. So we figured out what we need to do for the gain. Is we can't go nuts with gain. Just want to see what it does here. We're going to close up here to see what happens here. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to move the object. We're going to move to the last and final object of the night. Alright, so we're going to choose, okay? So we got one choice here, and then the next clear night we'll get the other one. So, Chris mentioned the veil. Do you guys want to see the veil? Or do you guys want to see the elephant trunk nebula? Because we're not too far from either one. I could do the western veil or the elephant trunk. You quit. Well, yeah, yes. Oh, Joanne. All right, so we're gonna go to the veil next. Alright, so veil sounds good, so we're going to go to the veil next. And that'll be the final object of the night, so we'll get a little bit of exposure time on that one. And we will be good to go with that. So let's stop the guider. Alright, stop the guider there. Okay. Okay. All right, so now we're moving the telescope down. Okay. Now we need to find it in view, which we should be right on top of it. Take a quick exposure, see where we are. I mean, if you use your imagination, that's the best part, Joanne, is you can use your imagination. Alright, let's see where we are here. I want to make sure we're in the right spot. Alright, so we're just taking a 24-second image here. I don't know why it defaults to 24 on the QHY. I have no idea, but it does. Alright, so now it's finishing the image here. We'll take a look and see what we got. Okay. Let's save it. Oh, shit. Oopsie. Hang on 1 second, everyone. Spilled my water, hang on. Whoopsie. Alright, give me a second, everyone. Hang on. There we go. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Okay. There we go. Okay. Came pretty close to almost spilling that on the laptop. Alright, so we should be right on top of it now. Alright, we'll just wait for it to slow down. Alright, we'll take one image here, we'll see where we are, and then we'll figure it out. There we go. Oh. Whoops. The guiders. Yeah, whoops, my bad. There we go. There it is. Okay, so we're just a little bit off. Okay, not bad. All right. Oh shoot, we're still taking images. Stop. Okay. Alright, so it's got to go up. Okay. Alright, I'm just moving it up here. Just getting this centered on the one camera, so this way it'll be on both of them. Alright, so we moved it all the way up. Let's take a look and see. And we'll take a look and see what we got here. We'll know in about 7 seconds here. Let's take a look and see here. Oh, it's perfect. Excellent, it's dead center. Beautiful. So now we'll start the guider. Get this all set up and ready to go. Okay. There we go. Now we're taking images for both of them. Now, give me a second. I just gotta get some more water. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Alright, so we are taking... We're finally back, so... Let me change this over. There we go. So it's NGC 6992, which is the Western Veil. There we go. Anytime, Rob. Anytime. Even when I spill my water, I still manage to keep my cool. And it doesn't take me long to get the objects either. We can go out one part of the sky to the other and still not have any problems at all trying to find stuff. That's the best part. You know, we're going from one part to the other and not having any problems at all. So we got about less than 2.5 minutes to go before we're done with the first image on the left, and then about maybe 2.5 minutes on the image on the right too. So they'll be finishing at about the same time. Move that. You gotta move that down, so then you can see what we're looking at here. There you go, 6992. There it is. Alright, 1 minute left. Alright, get ready, everyone. So we'll take 3, and then we will call it a night. Alright, here we go. Image numero 1 is now done. Let's take a look and see what we got. Of course, this is naturally brought to you by Mr. Chris from Astro Live channel to see what we got. There you go. Look at that. There we go. What I'll do is I'll see if I can zoom it in a little bit more here. Let's see. Let's go to 50%. Go to this right here. 50 now. 33. That should do it. 33% should be perfect. There we go. What's up, Morgello? Yep, exactly. Use your imagination, Joanne. You can see that it's like on the camera on the right, you can see how it's going down here. And then it's all in this area. So we got it on both cameras. Just a little bit harder to see it on the camera on the right. But it's there. Well, this is the Veil. So this is the Western Veil. So there's the Eastern and Western. And then they have the Pickering, which is in the middle. Probably make this guy a little bit darker here. Let's see here, hang on. There we go. I mean, this is just incredible. So we'll just get just a couple more, and then we will call it a night. But good news is that we got some great images. We took the Crescent, the North American Nebula, and now the Veil. All with the new filter. How cool is that? What we could do, I could zoom it in here. Oh, excuse me. Just trying to test different things here. So I extracted the red channel out of this. I don't know what that did. I did something. Oops. I don't know what I just did, but I extracted the red channel out of this. Whoops. I don't know what I just did. I don't know. I screwed that up. I don't know if I can reset it. Can I? Let me try something here. Again, we're learning something, so we're learning as we go along here. Alright, so if I were to reset that, adjust, extract color. Yeah, see, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. As I said, we're learning as we go along. Aha, got it back. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did get it back. Whew. Okay, good. Alright, cool. So I got it back. There we go. Let's just save these. This way we don't lose it. Don't lose the images. That's perfect right there. Okay. Alright, so we got it. So, I'm just playing around with the images here to see, because this is something brand new that I'm doing with the hydrogen alpha filter. It's got to have different settings on here. So it's taking me a little bit of time to get this all set up and ready to go. So, we got it, and that's the most important thing. So this is an 8-minute image. Or 7-minute image, sorry. 7 minutes. When I'm doing this, I'm just getting this together here. And I'm going to put this into Deep Sky Stacker, so give me 1 second here. Alright, next one is done. What we'll do is we'll put that up. There we go. I was going to stack the image here. There we go, looks a lot better. So we'll take one more image and we will be done for the night. Zoom it in a little bit here. There we go. There you go. So just put out a little bit more of detail on there. Thank you, Astro-Imager. Yeah, we got... And it's just a 7-minute image of the Western Veil. And then we have 2 stacked images on the other one. So that way you see the little one. So we're just waiting for the last and final image, and then we will call it a night, as it's getting to be 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Still 1.5 hours. By the way, I followed you on Twitter, Astro-Imager. I saw that you were on Twitter, and I followed you. Now, I also want to let everyone know that tomorrow night will not be clear. I know, that's sad. The fact that we're not going to have any stars tomorrow night. It is supposed to be for weather tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. I made sure to follow you, and I definitely looked at your YouTube channel and everything, because it did have it right on there. Oh wow. So the weather you're getting now is the weather that we've had for the past week and a half. Because we've had 10 out of the last 11 nights have been clear here. The only night that was not clear was Thursday night. That was it. That was the only night. Every other night has been absolutely perfect. Alright, so that's the last image. We're just going to stack it, and then we'll be done. 'cause I gotta work in the morning. I don't want to stay up too much later, as we have stayed up late virtually every single night up to this point. And we stacked the last image, which is nice. We saved it, and then what we'll do is we'll adjust this image here. There we go, we adjusted it. And that is it. Yeah, we've had some amazing weather here. Probably the best I've ever seen it. And we took full advantage of it. Hell, we even have a new filter, which we're taking advantage of it tonight, which is great. So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone for coming on tonight. Started off a little slow, as I had to make sure focus was good, make sure that the settings were right. Took a little bit, but we nailed it, and it looks phenomenal. So if you ever get a chance, rewatch this. We started off with the Crescent, went to the North American Nebula, and then finished off with the Veil. So 3 objects. We will be working on those eventually. But yeah. So thank you to Astro-Imager, Astro Live Channel, Joanne, Bobby, Morgello, Rob, Troy, Amol, can't forget about you, Eli, you were on earlier, Sofbani, can't forget about you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have the filter for the hydrogen alpha. So I'll be looking at these probably sometime tomorrow morning before I go to work. Thank you everyone for watching, and you guys have a wonderful night, and happy Father's Day. Have a good night. Bye.